PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Hey, kind of step aside from the car business for a while. I tell you guys all the time, one of the things that you need to do once a year, or maybe more than once a year, is get away from business and focus on something else. Clear your mind. It'll refresh you when you get back into the car business, get back into programming your days, weeks, and months, so that you become aggressive and progressive in your work instead of waiting for it to happen. There's so many people that have got out of the car business because they've waited for it to happen. You never can tell what really is inside you, what you can do for your family, what you can do for yourself, the future. So if you guys know me pretty well, you know I plug in every week to a Wounded Warrior chapter called Halo for Freedom. It's called A Weekend to Remember. And if I was interviewed and they asked me what I thought about this program, I think I've got it narrowed down. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that goes on. There's a lot of amazing people that attend. But you take a group of veterans and sponsors and you get them together, and there's so much content from Wednesday through Saturday night that nobody that's attending this event has a chance to think about the things in the world that try to drag them backwards. They don't have a chance. I mean, we start out as soon as they land on Wednesday, they go to Texas Motor Speedway and they bring guys over to the airport. They parachute them in to the infield grass, tandem parachute all the soldiers and some of the sponsors in. They get to drive a NASCAR. If you watch some of my posts, I mean, some of the guys haven't been fitted for their prosthetic yet, or they've got one leg or no legs, or impairment in their arms. But it doesn't matter what their disability was, because they turn this into ability. What they say is, it's not the disability, it's the ability, and I love that statement. So they get them in these cars, and no matter what's going on, they let them drive at 150 miles an hour. If there's a guy in front or a gal in front that can't really get it going and everything, they let them live pass. I mean, they're out there ramming these things, and man, they have a blast. And then they just keep cycling, they stop the cars, the parachutes come in, and I posted some of that. So that's the first day. They do that all day long, and then they go eat, and they're worn out for the first day. The very next day, there's a giant event, and there's live fire in this chapter of the Wounded Warrior saga. So they bring them out to the range, and think about this. A soldier has been programmed to be an expert marksman, expert at weaponry, and that's all taken away when they leave the service. So something that's been such a major cog in their life, something that's focused, something they've excelled in, when you become a civilian again, that's basically taken away. So this is given back to them. Some of you guys saw some of my posts. It was amazing. And then the people that attend. Leroy Petrie was here, Medal of Honor winner. I don't want to go into his story. You guys can certainly look it up. It is breathtaking, the story of what this man went through and what he did with his unit. I'll give you my best ever of happening at one of these events. It was one of my first years to do this, and we were sitting with Dana and Leroy finishing the night up. And Leroy's son came up to him, who had come to the event with him, and he said, "Hey, Dad, can I go do the night bow fishing with Dana's son?" He said, "Sure, just enjoy yourself. We're almost done this week, and do whatever you want to do." So we were sitting there talking. About 30 minutes later, his son ran back up, gave his dad a hug, and says, "You know what, Dad, this is our last night here, so instead of going bow fishing, I just wanted to spend it with you." And I got to tell you, there's a lot of times when you can't hold it back, man. That choked me up. I mean, I couldn't speak. And it is just, a great soldier, a great hero, and a great father. Unbelievable. So, Leroy had to fly out to go to D.C. There's a Medal of Honor ceremony that's going to be happening tonight. And so he didn't get to spend the whole weekend. But, when he walks in, everything stops and everybody wants to talk to him. Colonel Greg Gadsden was here, and if you've seen the movie Battleship, he was the double amputee that climbed the mountain that ended up knocking out the the alien, but his story goes back to West Point grad, football player, motivational speaker, spoke to the Giants the year they beat the undefeated Patriots. So I don't think the Giants had a good enough team to beat the Patriots that year. It was Colonel Gadsden's words of wisdom before the game that motivated him. That's what I choose to believe. And, he's got 2 masters and he's got a doctorate. And this man, once he got wounded, went back and gave back at Walter Reed and became a mentor to all of our soldiers that came back over. You can't say enough about that. I put a picture of Cleve McClarity in there, and his story is amazing. I mean, currently right now, as you guys watch me, Agent Orange is basically eating him from the inside. He just had some more liver surgery, and he's a testament to the strength of our soldiers and the strength of the character of Americans. And I got to tell you, I love the car business. I love you guys. But over the last few days, I really, really, really haven't thought about it. There's celebrities here. You guys saw the movie 1517 to Paris, where the 3 soldiers took over the terrorists and saved who knows how many lives that day on that train. They're here, and I hope to get a picture with them. I just really didn't want to step on their time. There's so many people that jump in to want a picture of them that it just seems like it's just overwhelming if one more person steps up. So tonight, hopefully at the gala, I'll get a chance to be with those guys and send you guys a picture of them. You can't mention everybody. But like I tell you guys, you do so much for your dealership and so much for your customers, and you take so much of your personal time every weekend, every holiday. There's not many people outside the car business that, when you don't have your own company, when you're really basically working for somebody else, I realize you guys make your money based upon your yield, but you dedicate time that other people don't dedicate. And that's why I'm in this business. And that's why I do these videos, is because I want to give back to you guys, because sometimes we forget to tell you how much we realize that you give to everybody that pulls on your strings every single week. Some of the greatest people that I've ever met in my life sell cars for a living. I know the general population wouldn't say that because they don't know you guys. Find something that takes your mind away from the car business for a 3-day weekend. Dedicate and give back. You'll grow so much. It's been an honor to be part of you guys, your career and your life, for the people that follow me. If I help you at all, that's my intent. But what a weekend to reflect for me every single year. And without a doubt, this has been no exception. Give it your all. Have a great year. Find something and put your heart and soul into it. Take your spouse. Let your kids know. It's crazy to me that just a few children, from the ages of 8 years old to maybe 13 years old, get to attend this event. But the kids that get to attend this event meet real American heroes. A man or woman who, at a moment, didn't think about themselves, didn't turn and ran toward the conflict. And man, there's no more to say. PK52, the Saturday morning meeting.